Let's say you come up with what feels like the perfect business name. You check the domain, it's available, you check social media, looks clean, and you're thinking, all right, this is it, let's go. But then you try to register your company and you get rejected. Why? Because someone already registered that name with the state. Yeah, that happens more often than you'd think. And it's one of those small mistakes that can slow you down before you even get started. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for over 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs set up their businesses the right way, from company formation to compliance and everything in between. And today I want to walk you through something that sounds simple, but is actually a critical step in starting your business. How to perform an Illinois business entity search. And more importantly, how to do it correctly so you don't run into problems later. All right, so let's start with the basics. What is a business entity search? In simple terms, it's a way to check whether a business name is already registered with the state. In this case, we're talking about Illinois. Now, every state has its own database, and Illinois maintains its own system through the Secretary of State. This is where all registered businesses are listed, LLCs, corporations, and other entities. Now, here's why this matters. Because when you register a business name, it has to be distinguishable from existing names. That doesn't just mean not identical. It means it can't be confusingly similar either. So even small differences like adding LLC or changing punctuation, that's usually not enough. And this is where a lot of people get caught off guard. They think their name is unique, but from a legal standpoint, it's too close to something that already exists. So before you go any further with your business, you want to run a proper entity search. And the good news is, it's actually pretty straightforward once you know what to look for. Now, when you go to the Illinois Secretary of State website, you'll find a business entity search tool, and this allows you to search by name. Now, here's something important. You don't want to search for your exact name only. You want to think a little broader, because the system is going to flag names that are similar, not just identical. So for example, if your business name is something like Midwest Digital Solutions, you don't just search that exact phrase. You might search Midwest Digital or even just Midwest. What you're trying to do is identify any existing businesses that could create a conflict, because it's better to catch that early than to find out after you've already started branding, building a website, and investing time into the name. Now, once you run your search, you're going to see a list of results, and this is where you want to pay attention. Look at the names carefully. Look at the status of those businesses. Some may be active, some may be inactive, some may have been dissolved. Now, here's an important nuance. Just because a business is inactive doesn't automatically mean the name is available. In some cases, names are still protected for a period of time, so you want to look at the details. And if you're not sure, and it's always better to choose a name that clearly stands apart. Now let's talk about something people often overlook. Name requirements. Because in Illinois, there are specific rules around how your business name must be structured. For example, if you're forming an LLC, your name typically needs to include something like LLC or limited liability company. If it's a corporation, you might need Inc. or corporation. And there are also restrictions on certain words. You can't just use terms like bank or insurance unless you meet specific regulatory requirements. So even if your name is available, it still needs to comply with these rules. Now here's another thing to think about. Consistency across platforms. Just because your name is available in Illinois doesn't mean it's available as a domain or on social media or in other states. So ideally, you want to check everything together. Your state registration to your domain name, your branding. Because the last thing you want is to secure your business name legally, but then struggle to build a consistent brand around it. Now, once you've confirmed that your name is available, you have a couple of options. You can move forward and register your business right away. Or, in some cases, you may be able to reserve the name. Reserving a name can give you some time, especially if you're not ready to fully register yet, but you still want to lock it in. Now, let me point out one of the biggest mistakes I see. People skip this step entirely. They come up with a name, they start building their business, and only later do they check availability. And by then, they're already invested. They've built a website, created marketing materials, maybe even started generating revenue. And suddenly, they have to rebrand everything. That's time, money, and momentum lost. So even though this step feels small, it's actually one of the most important parts of starting your business because your name is your identity. It's how people recognize you. It's how you build trust. And it's something you don't want to change unless absolutely necessary. So if we bring all of this together, performing an Illinois business entity search is about more than just checking a box. It's about making sure your name is legally available, avoiding conflicts, and setting your business up on the right foundation from day one. You want to search broadly, review results carefully, understand naming rules, and think beyond just the state database. If you do that, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches later. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking name availability, registering your company, or setting up everything properly from the beginning, that's exactly what we do. Through our Digital Nomad Kit, we help entrepreneurs handle company formation, registered agent services, compliance, and everything you need to get your business up and running the right way. You can find more information in the links below, and just remember, the easiest problems to fix are the ones you prevent before they happen. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video.